Hi, my name is Ira Bernstein, and this video is an introduction to flatfooting as I dance it. I say as I dance it because there are many different regional and individual styles of flatfooting. The style that I dance is based on what I have learned and integrated from a great variety of sources over the past 18 years. Like other styles of Appalachian clogging, flatfooting is an American form of percussive step dancing that originated in the southeastern area of the United States. Today, there is interest in flatfooting all around the world. I know flatfooters in Alaska, England, Italy, Japan, and Germany. Traditionally, flatfooting is danced to southern old-time fiddle tunes or string band music. Flatfoot dancers frequently attend southern fiddle conventions in the summertime. But flatfooting can also be done to any music that fits rhythmically, like rock and roll, pop, jazz, or even classical music. As long as the music has what's called a duple feel, you can flatfoot to it. The primary focus of flatfooting is the percussive rhythms of the dance. Most flatfooters are not concerned with moving around the dance space or choreographing their movements. The emphasis is to rhythmically accompany the music. I often say in workshops that flatfooting is music first and then dance. Flatfooting is traditionally an improvised form. Each dancer has his own personal repertoire of steps. From this, he strings steps together in sequence as he dances, much in the same way that people speak. When we talk, we use our vocabulary to communicate what we wish to say, constructing the sentences and the conversation as we go along. Though, of course, just as with a prepared speech, such as the introduction to this video, nothing says that you can't set a sequence of steps. But in this tape, I will present individual steps, emphasizing their style and musicality. I've done this tape completely a cappella, so that you can really hear and concentrate on the rhythms of the steps. For each step, I'll show the step first, then break it down, then dance it slowly so that you can join in. Then I'll dance it again, more up-tempo, again for you to join in. To help you really learn the steps, I suggest that after you work on each step, you put on some music that you like dancing to, and dance the step repeatedly to the music until it becomes very easy and familiar to you. Mastering each step in the order that I show them will make learning all the following steps much easier. The sequence of this tape will basically follow the order of my live workshops. All the steps I show are also included in my manual of steps, Appalachian clogging and flatfooting steps. Before we begin, just a word about shoes. I'll be doing this video in single-piece taps. Now, you don't need taps for flatfooting. I only use taps when I perform or teach to broadcast the sounds of the steps. I prefer single taps over the double-piece taps because I find the sound cleaner and more precise. I also prefer the tone of the single-piece taps. If you have double-piece taps and would like to wear them, that's fine. Ordinarily, when I'm dancing for my own enjoyment to live acoustic music, I don't wear taps at all. I wear a good sturdy pair of leather-soled, leather-heeled shoes. So let's get started. Have fun and relax. The first step I'd like to show you is the double chug. And this is all the double chug looks and sounds like from the front. From the side. Now you can see that when I do a double chug, I'm simply dropping my weight down and then lifting it straight back up. I'm dropping my weight and then lifting it. Drop and lift. Now the weight is dropping straight down and then being lifted straight up. I'm not jumping forward, jumping back, jumping forward, jumping back. It's not that at all. It's a dropping and lifting of the weight, like this. Now what goes along with this dropping and lifting is that when I drop down to flat feet. When I come back up, I'm lifting my weight and landing on the balls of my feet, so that I'm alternating between being flat-footed when I'm down and being up on the balls of my feet when I'm up. I'm not flat-footed when I'm up. It's flat-footed down, balls of my feet up. It's also important that when you drop down or chug down, you don't lose contact with the floor. So if I started up here as if I had just done a back chug, I actually slide as I drop my weight down into my heels, or really into the flat foot. Then on the way back up, on the back chug, I do actually come off the ground. So that I slide down and then I actually do a little hop to the back chug. Now, it's important not to do a big jump. I'm not jumping back. I'm just letting the balls of my feet lose contact with the ground, and then I land on them to make that very clean sound for the back chug. This is the double chug from the side again. So you can see it's a dropping, flat feet, bent legs, and then a lifting of the weight to the balls of the feet. It's an alternating between bent legs and straight legs, flat feet and up on the balls of the feet, and the body is down and up. So, chug, I'll do it for the equivalent of one time through a fiddle tune, so you can just dance along, and I'll do it from the side so you can see that. Actually, that was only half the length of a fiddle tune, but I think that should be enough for you to get the idea. Now I'll do it facing with my back to the camera, and I'll do it up-tempo, so that again you can dance along, and it'll be as if you're standing behind me in a workshop. Some people might consider this my best side forward. So that's the basic double chug, simply going straight forward and back. But you can also vary the double chug, keeping the idea of dropping and lifting the weight, but just varying the visual to it. So you can do the double chug side to side like this, where all you do is point your toes one side and then to the other on the down chug, on the forward chug. Now with those, you always come straight back up when you do the chug back, the back chug. You always come straight up to that position, even though when you go down, you twist it to one side or the other. A very nice visual effect. So I'll do that. I think it'll be okay to go right to the up-tempo version of that, but I'll face towards the back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also vary the double chug by pointing your toes out and in. That would really be what we would call pigeon-toed and then duck feet. Actually, it would be duck feet and then pigeon-toed. So it's important that when you point your toes out, which is the duck feet, and then chug down, that you really keep your knees over your feet. You don't want to try to open from your knees without pointing your toes. If you're on a sticky floor, you can hurt yourself very badly. So what you do is you angle out and chug down to that open or duck-footed position, chug straight back up, and then chug pigeon-toed, like that. So this is what it looks like from the front. That's out, in, where your legs are open, toes,
closed. Now to really get this effect, when you close your legs, you really want to point those toes in. You really want them to be pigeon toes for good effect. It's a nice contrast between the open or duck-footed position. From the back and up tempo, so that you can dance along, this is the open and closed variation of the double chug. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you can also do combinations of these different variations of the double chug. And the first combination I'd like to show you is side, side, then open, closed. It's side, side, open, closed. Or really side, side, duck foot, and pigeon toe. Side, side, duck foot, pigeon toe. From the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another combination of the double chug would be to go one side open, then the other side open, and that would look like this. Again, just to review a little bit, the idea is to keep the weight dropping and lifting, dropping and lifting. I'm not jumping forward and jumping back. I'm dropping straight down and then lifting my weight straight back up. It's also important to make sure that when you're down, you're completely flat-footed, and when you come back up, you're on the balls of your feet. Don't let those heels drop back down. If I did a back chug and froze, my heels are off the ground. I'm completely supporting myself just on the balls of my feet. And it's very important for this particular style of flat-footing. So that second combination from the back so you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's it for double chugs. The next step I'd like to show you is the walking step, and in particular it's the two-sound walking step. And this is what it looks and sounds like from the front. From the side. So with the walking step, you can see that I'm still, just as with the chugs, dropping and lifting my weight. And really this is a very important principle for this entire style of flat footing that I dance. This dropping straight down and then the lifting straight up of your weight. So the walking step is simply a step onto one foot and then a chug back on that one foot. So there's really a single back chug involved with this, and it's the same back chug as with the double chugs. This idea of lifting the weight, pulling the feet back and landing on the balls of the feet, making it so that when you actually chug back, you're off the ground, so that it's the landing on the balls of the feet that create that sound. So with the walking step, you're only doing that on one foot at a time. You're doing a step and then a chug back, a step and a chug back. Now what's important in the walking step is that when you take that step, you drop completely onto a flat foot, and when you do that, you need to leave your other foot behind your body like this. And then when you chug back on the supporting foot, the foot you're already on, then the leg goes forward. So it's really got two very distinct halves, the walking step. The step, the chug back. The step and the chug back. The dropping and the lifting. The dropping and the lifting. Now notice, just as with the double chugs, with the walking step, it's also flat foot, ball of the foot, flat, ball, the walking step, just like that. Notice the bending of the legs and then the straightening of the legs. You drop straight down on every beat, And then on the back beat, or what's called the upbeat, you come straight back up, down, up. It's very relaxed. Your arms should just hang by your side and move very naturally. That's the walking step. Now with the two-sound walking step, when you do the back chug, it's very important that when you chug back, the free leg gets straightened in front. It gets straightened from the knee. You can see that when I chug back, that free leg that I put forward goes straight from the knee. So the foot is still fairly low. I'm not picking up like that. I'm just straightening the leg from the knee, so that when I drop on the step part, that leg is behind my body. When I chug back on the supporting leg, I then put that leg forward. So it's a step, chug, chug. The leg gets straightened from the knee, only from the knee. Like that. So, I'll dance it kind of slowly to the side again for half the way through a fiddle tune, and then we'll pick up the tempo. So this is the two-sound walking step. 1, 2, 3. Actually, let me slow it down from that just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So step, chug, step, chug, step, chug, step, chug. Now I'll show it to you from behind and also pick up the tempo so you can dance along a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the basic two-sound walking step. Now, a slight visual variation of the walking step would simply be to do the same step, but cross it in front, cross the step, that is. So instead of stepping straight ahead, you would simply cross the step in front. You just drop on that foot, but let it cross in front. So it's a step, chug, step, chug, step, chug, step, chug, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. Just like that. From the side. It's still a step, chug, step, chug. So I'll go right into showing it to you from the back view, and I'll do it at a fairly up tempo so you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two-sound walking step. Now actually, you should also get very comfortable with doing the two-sound walking step so that you can move it around, not just cross it in front. But with the two-sound walking step, you can travel a little bit forward, you can travel a little bit back, you can turn in a circle when you do the two-sound walking step. You can turn in the other direction. The idea is to be able to do the step, but get so comfortable with it that if you want to move around, you can do that without it affecting the step itself. So I'd like to move on to the third step on the tape, and this will be what I consider the basic, or really is just the framework for the basic. And I'm sure that if you're a precision clogger or a modern clogger already, that this is a very familiar movement to you. Basically, the basic, as I'll call it, is just a step, ball, step. Step, ball, step. Step, ball, step. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Now you might know this as a step, rock, step. Step, rock, step. But step, ball, step is the term, or are the terms that I would use. So it's a flat-footed step, then a step back onto the ball of the foot, then a drop back down. Then there's simply a straightening as I switch feet. There's a pause in the music. I'm still dancing, the body is still going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Or step, ball, step, step, ball, step, step, ball, step. From behind, step, ball, step, step, ball, step, step, ball, step, step, ball, step. So the body is still going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, just as with the double chug and also the walking step. So from, I'll go right into behind. I think this is easy enough. So we'll do, at a fairly up-tempo, just a step, ball, step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, ball, step, 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 step, ball, step. Now, there's that space that I've left, this 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And what I'd like to do is fill that space in with the back chug, the same back chug that we have been doing in the 2-sound walking step. So this 1 and 2, 3 and 4 will become this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the terms I would use for that would be step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug. From the side, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug. And from the back. So, from the back, I'll do it at a medium tempo so you can dance along, and I'll do it for half of the fiddle tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 4. I'll do it again from behind, but I'll pick up the tempo this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll just re-emphasize the importance of the back chug right here, because really it's that clean back chug that is one of the main points that makes this style of flat-footing from many other different styles of Appalachian step dance, different from modern clogging and precision clogging and some of the other forms of clogging. So you can really see in this basic with the back chug, and I'll call this the flat-footer's basic, that you've got this very clean pulling back of the foot. That's the back chug. Step, ball, step, chug. Step, ball, step, chug. I come off the ground when I do that back chug, and I land on the ball of the foot, and that's what makes the clean tap sound on the back chug. Step, ball, step, chug. Step, ball, step, chug. And again, what helps you get that clean back chug is this lifting up of the weight. As you lift up, you pull the foot back into the back chug. So what I'd like to do now is a combination of some of the steps that we've already done. And this will be the Flatfooter's Alamo. And it's really just 2 walking steps followed by a basic. So the Alamo would be a walking step, basic. Walking step, basic. You might also think of this as 2 singles followed by a double. A single, a double. A single, and a double. Walking step, basic. If I really break it down to the terms, it would be step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug. From the side, well, I just did 2 basics. Step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug, step, ball, step, chug. And from behind, okay, so the Flatfooter's Alamo from behind at a fairly medium tempo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, the Flatfooter is Alamo from behind, but at a slightly faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Flatfooter's Alamo. Now it's also a good time for me to also remind you that on the back chug, in the walking step, or whenever we do that back chug, the leg that goes forward goes straight. The next step I'd like to show you is the single chug. And this is what the single chug looks and sounds like from the front. And actually I'll do 4 on each side and then switch to the other side. From the side, and from the back. So, when I do the single chug, it's really, well, I started with the step, which is the same step as the walking step. I then chug back, but then I chug forward on this leg that's already supporting me. So when I do that, the free leg has to then bend back, just as with the walking step. So if I showed this to you from the side, if I were to do a walking step, I would step down to this position, chug back. I would then step on the other foot, and my leg would be in this position. But with the single chugs, I stay on the same supporting leg, but the free leg continues to dance. It continues to bend and straighten, just as if I were doing the 2-sound walking step. And this is very important, that the free leg continues to dance. This is the style. You don't want to simply do chugs on one leg and put the other leg out there and not do anything with that. The free leg continues to stay in the dance. It continues to dance. So, again, from the side, it would be step, chug, 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 step, chug, 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 chug. Now, here, what I'm doing is very small footwork. I'm not picking up the leg from the hip, as you can see. Step, chug, chug. I'm not using the upper leg at all. I'm bending only from the knee. So that puts the foot behind my body when I do the chug, the forward chug. And then the foot comes forward when I do a back chug. Just like that. Now those are multiple chugs that are 4 beats on each side. And I'll show you that from the back view. And I'll do it so that you can dance along at a fairly slow tempo. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, but a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now again, these multiple single chugs really emphasize that clean back chug. Even if you're staying on one foot, that supporting foot has to continue to do a very clean back chug right there, there. That supporting foot always, or the supporting leg always has to sort of push your weight up and off and then land on the ball of the foot to make that clear and clean back chug. And it's important, and you can see that the foot goes forward and back as your weight drops and lifts as you go from the flat foot up to the ball of the foot. That's 4 beats on each side, but you can also half the length of those multiple single chugs and really do only 2 beats on each side. So if I were to half 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would become 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Step, chug, 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 step, chug, 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 just like that. 1, 2, that's downbeats for each side. From the side, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. From the back, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now I'll do that again from the back view at a medium slow tempo so you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, but a little bit faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, using this idea of halving the length of the step, I'd like to go from the 2-beat single chugs, 1, 2, 1, 2, down to 1 beat. And we'll see that what we're left with is just a walking step. So it really relates the walking step to these single chugs. And if I double the length of this 2-beat single chug, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 4 beats again. Okay, that's just an important concept of halving things down to their smallest unit, and then you can build them back up by doubling the length as well. Now, just as with the walking step, you can cross and uncross the footwork when you do these single chugs without changing the actual footwork at all. And I'll go back to the 4 beats on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Without changing any of this footwork, you can make this look different by crossing and uncrossing the foot as that leg bends. Bends across, uncrosses, cross. Cross, uncross, cross. Same footwork. All I'm doing is step, chug, chug, chug. Step, chug, chug, chug. But I'm letting the foot cross and then uncross as I do the footwork. And I'll show you that now from behind at a slow tempo. And I'll go right into a fairly long sequence so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can also use that idea of the crossing of the foot with the half-length single chug. It would look like this. Simply letting that foot cross on the forward chug. From the side. From the back, and I'll count you in so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit faster for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now also, nothing says that if you bend your leg and move your foot, that it has to only cross in front. You can also do all of the steps that we just did there with a slight bend to the outside. Just for another visual variation like that. But again, at this point, I'm only bending and straightening the leg from the knee. I'm not picking up from the hip. I'm not using the upper leg at all. It's all from the knees down. This is flat footing, so it's keeping the feet fairly flat, close to the floor. I can mix it up by going across in front, and then to the side. Across in front, and then bend it out to the side, just like that. Okay, now what I would like to do is, using that same footwork of the step, chug, 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 show you a visual variation that's called the Indian. We've got this idea of the step, chug, 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 step, chug, chug, chug. Now I've told you so far not to use the hip. If I show you from the side, you can see that I'm not picking the upper leg up. I'm not using the hip. I bend from the knees so that my foot goes behind my body when I chug forward. But now, to do the Indian, I want to bring up my leg to this position, so I do actually use the hip. I actually, after the back chug, chug forward into this position, which is called the Indian position. And I try for a very nice, strong right angle with my leg, because I find that it's a very strong visual position to be in. So this would be the Indian from the side. Step, chug, 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 step, chug, chug, chug. Same footwork. Step, chug, 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 step, chug, chug, chug. But when I do the back chug, or actually the forward chug, I chug into this Indian position. Now, the back chugs all, again, leave me with the straight leg, both legs being straight. So notice that even in the Indian, with the leg being fairly big and high in front, when I do my back chug, I push that foot down to straighten the leg. So it looks like this. Step, chug, 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 step, chug, chug, chug. Bend straight, 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 straight. Now that footwork is the same as this. Step, chug, 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 step, chug, chug, chug. It's just that I'm making a very different movement with the free leg in front. And again, the clean back chugs to make that very clean tap sound. So that's the Indian, and from the back, fairly slowly so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now actually with the Indian, I'll do that same tempo again, but from the side, so that you can really dance along while you also see the strong visual angle of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the Indian. Now, another variation of that step, chug, 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 which really doesn't change. The footwork is the same, but the variation makes the step come across very differently, is to slap the foot at the same time that you do the chug forward. So what that would look like from the front, if I did what's called a half-length slap step, is this. Step, chug, slap, step, chug, slap. At the exact same time I chug forward, I simply slap that foot like that. So really it's the Indian, but what I'm doing is when I go into that Indian position, I'm bending the foot across so that I can reach it and slap it like that. So again, from the front, this is the half-length slap step. From the side, and from the back, and I'll do it so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's the half-length slap step, which is based on the step, chug, 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 or the single or the single chug. But if we do the 4 beats on each side, or the 4 beated single chugs, we can do what's considered the full-length slap step, or just the slap step. And this is what that would look and sound like from the front. So the footwork is simply step, chug, 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 step, chug, 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 chug. But on the forward chugs, I slap cross in front, uncross, and cross in front. Cross to the side, cross, or cross, uncross, cross. And that's the full-length slap step. So from behind, and so that you can dance along, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, chug, chug, chug. Good. Now here, nothing says that all the crosses in front, or all the slaps, have to be in front, uncross, and then in front again. Another variation is to do that third slap behind the body, and that would look and sound like this. So that the slaps are across, uncross, and behind. Across, uncross, behind. And from the back, and so that you can dance along, 1, 2, 3, 4. This next series of steps will be a break from the steps that we've done so far that keep the constant back chug going. This series of steps are all based on a step known as Walk the Heel from Willard Watson, an old-time flatfooter from Deep Gap, North Carolina. This is what Walk the Heel looks and sounds like from the front. Now that's just one time through, so to really see what it looks and sounds like, I'll put 2 of the Flatfooter's basics in between each one, so that you can really hear it in the context of dancing. 1 and 2. That's the Walk the Heel. A basic, and a Walk the Heel. So the Walk the Heel part is just this. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. If I simply count into it and isolate the Walk the Heel, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. From the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now you can hear that the first movement and the first sound of the Walk the Heel is not the downbeat, but the upbeat that precedes the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And then it ends with a solid step down on the last downbeat. So really, the movements are simply walking up to the points of the heels and then stepping back to the balls of the feet. So I step on the point of that heel, I step on that, then back and forth. Now the first foot to go forward is the same first foot to come back. So it's the point of the heel, the point of the heel, the ball, the ball. And if I timed it, again, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. From behind, and I'll continue to explain it as I do it, it's stepping up to the point of one heel, then the point of the other heel, stepping back to the ball of the first foot, then back to the ball of the second foot. Heel, heel, ball, ball. That's the movement, but with the timing of the step, it's and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now what I'd like to do, so that it switches side to side instead of always leading off on the same foot, is to put the Flatfooter's Alamo in between. Remember, the Alamo is 2 walking steps followed by 1 basic, and that would be step, chug, ball, step, chug. So if we did a Flatfooter's Alamo into a walk the heel, that would look and sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. From the side, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'll do it from behind, and I'll dance the length of half of a fiddle tune so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'll do that same length, but this time I'll do a little bit faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple of fine points about that particular combination is that when you go into the walk the heel, remember it's a very quick movement, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and go right up to the point of that first heel. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that final 4 is to drop down back to the flat-footed position with the bent leg, so that you can then chug back immediately to go into the pattern of the Alamo. So slowly from the side, so you can see all that, is Alamo, walk the heel, get ready to step, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, chug step. Okay, so that's just a fine point that I wanted to touch on there. Now, a variation of the walk the heel, which doesn't change the footwork at all, but makes the step look very differently, would be called Swivel the Heel. And what you do there is that when you step on the points of the heels, there and there, you swivel. You actually sort of step across and then swivel and swivel. So that would look like this if I did it alternating with Alamos. So it's the same thing as a walk the heel, but I'm just swiveling on the heels instead of stepping straight up. From the side, that would look like this. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now from behind, so that you can dance along, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's swivel the heel. Now another variation of the walk the heel is to basically do half of the swivel the heel. And this would be called snake in the grass. And snake in the grass, if I alternate with an Alamo, looks and sounds like this. From the side, it would look like this. So now, all that is that instead of walking up to the points of both heels, I only walk up to the point of that first heel. And I alternate that with staying back on the ball of the other foot. So from the side, what I mean is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You can see that I only step forward on the first heel both times still. Again, the balls are stepping on the balls of the feet, the heel, and actually I would really call this point because it's specifically the point of the heel that I'm stepping on. So it would be point, ball, 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 point, ball, ball, step. Okay, so if I did that alternating with Alamos, and I'll do this one from the side, it would be this. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now I'll do this from the back at a slow speed so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Again, but a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's Snake in the Grass. Now I'd like to come back to the walking step and add the third sound of the walking step. Really, the walking step is a series of walking steps. We've started and based a lot of our steps that we've already done on the two-sound walking step, which again is just step, chug, from the side. Now this walking step, as I mentioned at the top of the video, is considered the two-sound walking step because for each beat of music, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. There are two sounds, the 1 and. 1 and 1 and 1 and. But you can add a third sound to this walking step and thus turn it into the three-sound walking step. So this, which is the two-sound walking step, would become this, which is the three-sound walking step. From the side, it looks like this. And from the back, it looks like this. Now the important thing to really know about the walking step is that once you have the two-sound walking step, you are doing the walking step. This does not change, this idea of the drop and the lift, the step and the chug. When you add the third sound, these two movements stay exactly where they are. But to this framework, you simply add the third sound. Now that third sound is very simply a brushing back of the foot, just like this. I'll show you from the side. All that third sound is this. Very, very easy. If you start with your foot and your leg extended and then bend from the knee and brush your foot back as your leg bends, that is that third sound. It's the ball of the foot. Now, I'm not keeping my leg tight and tapping from the ankle. It's not the ankle that does this sound. This is very important. It's really a very passive type of sound. You don't do this sound, you let the sound happen. And the way you let the sound happen is that as your foot bends back because you're letting the knee go, you let the foot brush. You don't tap the ground, you let the foot simply hit the ground as the foot passes. And so it's very, very gentle, very easy. I'll show you on this side. It's just bending from the knee, and as the foot comes back, the ball of the foot brushes against the ground. Now the thing is, you have to time that so that it happens exactly in between chugging back on one leg and then stepping on the other leg. So it's a chug, a brush, and a step. Chug, brush, step, chug, brush, step, chug, brush, step, chug, brush, step, just like that. Now, one thing that some people might find tricky is that after you brush, you then step on the flat foot. You still have to drop to a complete flat foot, just like with the two-sound walking step. This drop, drop. So that you're on a flat foot when you drop down. Just because you add that brush doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's up. It's not this. You don't stay up on your toes. And that's a problem a lot of people have when they first add this third sound. You still have to drop onto that flat foot. Okay, so that's the 3-sound walking step. Now I'll do this from the back, and I'll do it very slowly. Actually, before I do that, let me just say a couple more things. When you add this brush, you still are holding your body up. If I slowed the 3-sound walking step down very, very much, it would look like this. So you can see that brush happens while I'm still holding my body up. And then after I brush, I then do that drop to the step. So I'm up, and then I drop. I'm up, and then I drop. I chug up, I stay up for the brush, and then I drop on the step. Chug, brush, step, chug, brush, step. And go 1, and go 2, and go 1, and go 2. So slowly from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Very important is to stay relaxed and just drop and lift the body. So I'll do that again at a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 3-sound walking step. Now a good exercise in learning the 3-sound walking step, which also really shows you the relationship between the 2-sound walking step and the 3-sound walking step, is to simply keep alternating between 2 sounds and 3 sounds. So let's do 8 2-sound walking steps and then 8 3-sound walking steps, and then I'll half that to 4 and 4, then I'll half it again to 2 and 2, and then I'll half it to 1 and 1, which means that I'll be doing the 2-sound walking step on one side and the 3-sound on the other side. And when I get to that 1 and 1, you'll see that really it looks the same. The only difference is that one sound or one side has the extra sound. But they're really the same step, so that they look exactly the same. The up and the down and the leg movements are exactly the same. But I simply allow that third sound to happen on the side that does that. First 8 and 8, then 4 and 4, then 2 and 2, then 1 and 1. I'll do this facing the back so you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now add the third sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the 2-sound step. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Now the 3-sound walking step. Now 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1. And 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1. 3 sounds, and 2 sounds, and 3 sounds. Now half it again, 2 and 2. 1 and 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 1 and 2, and a 3, and a 4. Now 1 and 1, and 1 and a 2, and 1 and a 2, and 1 and a 2, and 1 and a 2. One, 2, and everybody time. So there. Now if you play that sequence back, again, I hope you really see how that when I was doing the 1 and 1, meaning the 2-sound walking step once on one side and the 3-sound walking step once on the other side, that it still was very balanced. Both sides looked exactly the same. I wasn't chugging back any higher for one or the other. They were exactly the same, except that one side was doing the 3-sound walking step. Now with this 3-sound walking step, just as with the 2-sound walking step, you can do some visual variations. For example, you can cross it in front, like this. So that when you brush, the brush happens as you step across in front. The 3-sound walking step across in front. From the side it looks like this. And from the back it looks like this. Okay. Now, you can also add this third sound to anywhere where you have the walking step. So we did the Flatfooter's basic using the 2-sound walking step, meaning and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can now add that third sound, and it sounds like this. And the 1 and 2 and the 3 and 4. And that might be a lot more similar to what you're used to as the rhythm of what you might know as the basic step. So it's simply a 3-sound walking step and the 1 and 2 followed by that rock step. So and the 1 and 2 and the 1 and 2. From the side. So we'll still call this our basic, but don't confuse it with the basic that starts off with what I would call a shuffle, with what you might consider a double toe. If you are a recreational clogger or a competition or precision style clogger, I'm sure you already do a basic that would be similar to this, which is a double toe, which is what I would call a shuffle. Double toe step, rock step, shuffle step, ball step, shuffle step, ball step. Now this is the same rhythm as the basic that I was just doing, but it's a completely different technique. The basic that I'm doing now as a flat-footer starts, that first sound is a strong back chug, and the second sound is brush, and then it's a step, ball step. So it's a chug, brush, step, ball step, chug, step, ball step, chug, step, ball step. You start with a very clean and strong chug back. You pull that foot back, then brush, step, ball step. Just because it has the same rhythm as the basic using a double toe does not mean you automatically go and do that technique. Very different, and a very important point of difference between the two styles. So we also had the Flatfooter style Alamo, and when we were only doing the 2-sound walking step, it was this: the 2 singles and then the basic, or the walking step, basic. But now that we have that third sound, that brush, we can fill in and make the Alamo sound like this. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4. From the side. And from the back. Okay, so I'll do that from the back at a slow tempo so that you can dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, the flat-footed style Alamo, but a little bit up-tempo from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now also, just as with the two-sound walking step, you can cross that in front. So the Alamo would then look like this. From behind. Actually, it's a good idea to be able to turn while you're doing the steps. As I mentioned earlier in the tape, it's good to get so comfortable and familiar with the steps that you can move around without really even thinking that you're doing anything, because really you don't change the steps, you just have to maybe step a little bit further to one side and not quite chug back as far or whatever to add the movement. So if I were to do the Alamo but crossed in front, I can move it to one side, I can move it back to the other side. Or I can turn it in a circle. All without changing any of the footwork. Now that we have the movement of that brush back that we use to add the third sound in the walking step, we can use that brush in other steps as well. We've put it in the two-sound walking step to make that a three-sound walking step. We've added it to the basic so that we have all the sounds of a basic, and we've added it to the Alamo so that we also filled in those sounds. So I'd like to add that brush back to the single chugs. And if I started with the 4 single chugs on each side and then added the brush, it would look like and sound like this. I'll start without that brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. And I'll add the brush. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Just like that. So again, this is why, back when we first learned this step, I had mentioned that it's very important to keep the free leg, the leg that's not bearing the weight, to keep it dancing, to keep the movement going like this. And that was sort of thinking ahead to this point, to adding these additional sounds. So again, from the front, it would look like this. Step, chug-brush-chug, 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 chug, step. Just like that. And from the side, from the back, so what's going on there is that very slowly I'm going step, chug, brush, chug, chug, brush, chug, chug, brush, chug, chug, step, chug, brush, chug, chug, brush, chug, chug, brush, chug. And just as with the walking step, this brush back happens while I'm still holding my weight up. I just chug back, I brush, and then I chug forward to drop. I chug back up, straighten the leg, brush the foot back, then down. So I'm up, I'm down. I'm up, I'm down. Up, down. There you go. Just like that. Okay, so from behind, so you can see that and dance along. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit more up-tempo from that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of that is from the knees down, just as when we first learned the single chugs, I'm not picking up into the Indian position. It's not from the hip. I'm using only from the knee down so that the brushes happen just by bending the lower leg like that. Okay, now similar to other variations, we can cross and uncross this, but with the brush, so that now those single chugs with the brush back would look like this. Very easy. Cross, uncross, cross. Step, chug across and uncross. And actually, that step would be called a buck and wing. It's one of 3 different variations of the buck and wing that I know, and it's the only one of those variations that I'll present on this tape. So from behind, so you can dance along, this would be the buck and wing. Now actually, well, let me just do that first, and then I'll say this one other thing. So the buck and wing, as we were just doing it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit faster than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and what I was just thinking to say, which I will say now, is that of course we can add one more brush so that we have the 3-sound walking step that when we switch sides. So what I mean there is that instead of just going step, chug, 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 like this, we can add one more brush right there. So that the switch from side to side is a 3-sound walking step, right there, right there. Very simple. If you have the buck and wing already, to add that sound is easy. Now I'd like to do a step called the Calypso. And the Calypso is a syncopated step. From the front, the Calypso looks like this, and I'll put 2 basics in between to separate them. So 2 basics followed by a Calypso. You can hear the syncopation of the Calypso. From the side, this is what the Calypso with those 2 basics would look like. Okay, so to break down the Calypso, it's a 3-sound walking step. That's how it starts. Chug a step, a chug back, a step on the ball, and then another step. That's a full weighted step. Chug back, ball, step. So 3-sound walking step, chug, brush, step, chug, ball, step, chug, ball, step. Now I'll do it continuously, very slowly, so you can really hear and see how the Calypso breaks down. I'll do it from the back. Chug, brush, step, chug, ball, step, chug, ball, step, chug, step, chug, ball, step, chug, ball, step. You can hear the syncopation in the Calypso, and the syncopation is because I'm stepping down on the flat foot at a time where usually I'd be stepping up on the backbeat of the music. So instead of alternating a downbeat and an upbeat, I'm really doing a downbeat, an upbeat, a downbeat, an upbeat, an upbeat, a downbeat. So that's where the syncopation comes in, if that makes sense. So to alternate with 2 basics and do it from behind so that you can dance along, this is 2 basics and a Calypso. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that same sequence, but a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next step is called a jerry, and I'll do 2 basics followed by a jerry so you can hear and see what the step sounds like from the front. From the side, this is what the jerry with the 2 basics looks and sounds like. Okay, now to break the jerry down, we have these parts. It starts off with the ball step, or with what you might know as a rock step. So it's and 1. Then we have a chug-brush-chug. Chug-brush-chug. It's a back chug, the brush, and then a forward chug. Back chug, brush, forward chug. So far, and I'll do this from the back, we have ball step. Now notice that a very initial ball is behind the body. Ball step, chug-brush-chug. Then I chug back and then go into an Indian. Chug, Indian, and then step. And then it leaves me on the other side, so I can do ball, step, chug, chug, then Indian. Ball, step, chug, 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 step. So I'm getting into the Indian by doing, instead of a step, then an Indian, a step, and an Indian, I'm actually doing chug, then an Indian, then I finish with a step. So the jerry continuously back and forth would look and sound like this. Ball, step, chug, 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 step. Now, a point to keep in mind with the jerry is that the brush, when you do the chug-brush-chug, is that the brush should leave the foot behind the body, so that we're really doing the chug-brush-chug like this. Don't use the hip until you then go into the Indian. So from the side, so you can really see this, you've got ball, step, chug-brush-chug, with the foot behind the body. Then the foot comes forward on the Indian. Step, ball, step, chug-brush-chug, then the Indian. So the foot is behind and then front. That's the free foot. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Like that. So, from behind at a slow tempo, and I'll just do continuous jerrys back and forth. And I hope you can get into this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So that's the jerry. The next step is a variation of the jerry, and this step is called a Smokey Mountain. Now the only difference between the Smokey Mountain and the jerry is that in the jerry where we had the chug-brush-chug, we're actually going to do a chug-brush step, which is a 3-sound walking step. So the Smokey Mountain would simply be and 1, and 2, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And I'll show you this from behind because we're familiar with the jerry, so that at this point will really be very easy to see. So the jerry was this: ball, step, chug, chug, then an Indian. Ball, step, chug, chug, and an Indian. The Smokey Mountain is ball, step, chug, step, then the Indian. Ball, step, chug, step. And that step in place of the chug forward keeps the Smokey Mountain on one side, on the same side, as opposed to the jerry, which switches side to side to side. So what I'll do to show you the Smokey Mountain, since I want it to switch sides, is I'll put an Alamo in between, and that will switch us from side to side. So from behind, the Smokey Mountain with an Alamo in between would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll do that again, but a little bit up-tempo from that. So it's an Alamo and a Smokey Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next step is back to the walking step. We've done the 2-sound walking step, the 3-sound walking step, and now here I'd like to show you the 4-sound walking step. And just as going from the 2-sound to the 3-sound, going from the 3-sound to the 4-sound walking step really doesn't change anything. The 2-sound walking step is the walking step. But we can add the 3rd sound, and now I'd like to add the 4th sound. So that we're hitting all 4 16th notes per downbeat of music. Now from the side, I'd like to show you this, and I'll build up from the 2-sound walking step to the 3 to the 4, and then go back down to the 3 and the 2. Again, to really emphasize how nothing changes except that I allow these additional sounds to happen. Once you have the 2-sound walking step, you are doing the walking step. And the 3rd and the 4th sounds are just nice musical ornaments. So from the 2 to the 3 to the 4, back to the 3, back to the 2. So, the 4th sound in the 4-sound walking step comes from scuffing the heel. And that is simply this. Scuffing the heel is just what you used to do as a kid right before your mother said, stop scuffing your heels. So, it's just hitting the heel as you straighten the leg. Just as with the brush back, which is not an active motion of the foot, it's the leg bending, and you then allow the brush to happen forward. The scuff forward is, or the brush back I should say, the scuff is really the same thing but in the other direction and using the heel. You straighten the leg from the knee, like that. But when you do it, as your heel passes the ground, you allow it to strike the ground. So that's all the scuff is. I'm not digging into the ground, I'm simply, as I'm straightening my leg and allowing the scuff to happen. So if the brush is back, the scuff is then forward. Now the scuff happens after the step down. So we've got a step, the scuff, then the back chug, and then the brush back. Step, scuff, chug, brush. Step, scuff, chug, brush. Step, scuff, chug, brush. So when you step down, you're down. You scuff, you're down. You chug back, you're up. You brush back, you're also up. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Just like that. From the other side, and from behind. Okay, so very important to keep the legs bending and straightening in time, no differently from the 2-sound walking step. So again, when you go from the 2-sound walking step, I'll go directly to the 4-sound walking step. When you go from this, you really shouldn't see any change in what the step looks like. just like that. Back to the 2-sound walking step. Like that. So there, I'll show you from behind and very slowly. So the 4-sound walking step is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, but a little bit faster, a little more up-tempo, the 4-sound walking step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now again, a good exercise when doing the walking step is to go between the different walking steps. So I'll build up from the 2 to the 3 to the 4, back to the 3, back to the 2. And they should all look the same, though you hear the different numbers of sounds in each one. From behind, I'll start off with the 2-sound walking step and then build it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add the 3rd sound. Now add the 4th sound. Back to only 3. Now just 2 sounds. Now all 4. And 3. Back to all 4. Back to 3. Now 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay. A good exercise is to really just keep going back and forth, changing from the 2 sound to the 3 sound to the 4 sound and back again. And just as with the 2 and 3 sound, it's really a great exercise to do the 2-sound walking step on one foot and the 4 sound on the other. That would look and sound like this from behind. And you can figure out any combination you'd like, and they should all feel very balanced with each other. Now, if we go back to the step chug chug chugs and add all 4 sounds, we have what I would call an 8-sound walking step. Really, once you have the 4-sound walking step, you've got all the sounds, but the 8-sound walking step simply doubles the number of beats on each side. So this would be the 8-sound walking step from the front. Okay, now again, it's based on the step chug chug chug, step chug chug chug. Just like that. Now we can add the brush back, just the 3rd sound, and this would become this, which we've already done. And now I would add that stuff to fill out all the sounds like this. Now I can take that same idea, that 8-sound walking step, and I can do various crosses in front and make it look like this. From the side. And from the back. Okay. Now actually, I'll do that 8-sound walking step a little bit slower and from the back so that you can dance along with it. The 8-sound walking step. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then you can also use the idea of the 4 beats on each side and fill in with all the sounds, and that would become this. Actually, I'll start just twice through without any of the extra sounds, so again, you can see the framework, and then I'll add all the extra sounds. Now, from behind, that would look and sound like this, slowly, so you can dance along with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I added some crosses to it, I could cross and uncross and cross and uncross. That would look like this from the front. Same footwork. Cross, uncross, cross, step, cross, uncross, cross. From the back.